I did some tests with the narrow range type 7 opening range breakout EA, and I did them on a small portfolio but diversified, which included one forex pair, one metal, meaning in this case gold, US oil as a commodity, and instead of crypto I used the German 40 index, and you will see the results I got. I do not use the MT5 platform because I don't want to get very long, so I will present you only the screenshots. But I want to mention before that this expert advisor does not use martingale, no grid, the risk is predefined, and I recommend to use between 0.25 up to 1% per trade. The EA detects, based on the broker provided information, the start of the session and the end of the session. And I want to add that the trades open will be closed at the opening of the last candle of the session, meaning that if the session closes at midnight, the trades will close at 23:30 minutes. As I said, at the opening of the last candle of the session, if you trade on M30. And also obvious, the exit is the end of the day, so you don't have overnight risk, you don't risk having gaps, and also you don't have to pay swaps and other fees. Now let's proceed. But first I want to mention that you can trade on any time frame, basically starting from M5 up to H1, but on M5 and M15 I consider to be two small time frames to hold them trades open for the entire day when it is the case. So I would recommend you to stick with M30 or with H1. With H1, from my backtests, I can tell you that you will have less trades, smaller drawdowns overall, but also smaller profits because the range will be usually larger than on M30, and of course the time allowed for trading to evolve will be much shorter. So you will have to choose between bigger profits over the long run and bigger drawdowns also, or smaller drawdowns and also smaller returns. Now let's see the first backtest. As you can see, I use the portfolio version on M30, and it's a little bit over 1.5 years, the testing period, a 10K account, and that's basically it. Here are the instruments traded: gold, US oil, Germany 40 index, and USD JPY. And here is the risk. Every trade has a magic number. Critical logging is not of interest for me now, it's set to false. And as you can see, after this period, the expert advisor provided almost 2.5k profit on a 10k account, and the rest of the data you can see here. As you can see, the win rate is not big, and it's expected because basically this is a version of trend following system, and these systems don't have a high win rate. As you can see, 35 for shorts and 42 in this case for longs. And this is the equity curve. It's growing, it has periods of moving sideways and also drawdowns. For amateurs who believe that trading means a nice smooth equity curve, this is not trading, because you can try, and many are flocking to buy those expensive and good looking expert advisors, which often use martingale and grid, and which also show a smooth equity curve, but in the end the result is your account gone. So this is very realistic for those who are beginners in trading. There is no secret sauce, nothing magic. Trading is not a money-making machine in the sense that you risk $1,000 with a tiny account of $1,000, and at the end of the year you will have 5k or 10k in that account. I don't sell dreams, just realistic trading. So let's continue. Now you can see I did a stress test with 3 points, meaning a delayed entry after the breakout, and the results are good, showing that the EA performed a little better than it does in ideal conditions, so a little slippage it's possible to be beneficial, and the rest of the data is here. And I go on further by using more harsh conditions with 10 points of slippage, same period, same portfolio, same risk, everything the same. And as you can see, the profits as expected are a little smaller. The win rate is in the same area, 35-40, but what it is important is that you can see the strategy, this trading method automated, has a real edge and does not need perfect conditions. So as long you are diversified, you risk small, you have the expectancy that after a period of time to see profits on your account. In my backtests, because I wanted to have good quality data, I started from 1st of January 2025. I would have gone back in the time even more, but the data quality was worse. So I stick with the good data. I also tested in another portfolio the same logic, one forex pair, one metal, in that case was silver, UK oil, and instead of Germany 40 index I used US 100 or Nasdaq. The results weren't that good, but still positive. And as I said, this methodology of trading is proven. For some may not be new, because Toby Crable wrote in his book, if you are going to look for Toby Crable's book, about narrow range type 7 and narrow range type 4 compressions. Basically, those compressions are the part of the buy-sell engine I use in my expert advisor. In my case, only the narrow range 7. So, for systematic traders which want to trade intraday, so not on daily time frame, but on M30 or H1, this is a tool with which you can trade. The link of the expert advisor will be in the description, and I invite you to test it, and if you like what you see, why not buy it?